Hello class, today we're going to look at surface area. So surface area is the area of an entire outer surface. Okay, the area of the entire outer surface. So we're going to look at specific formulas that you're going to use from your formula booklet and how to use them. Just like regular area, it's always going to be square units. So centimeters squared, inches squared, meters squared, etc. So let's get started. So rectangular solid or rectangular prism. Okay, so here we have a rectangular prism like a box. All right. So what you do is you find the area of all three faces and then you multiply by, so you gotta make sure you have all six surfaces together. So there's three unique faces, okay? Three unique faces. Q, U-E, N-I-Q-U-E. All right, and so you have to then double it to make sure you got six all together. So here is the different faces. We have 2 lengths times widths, 2 lengths times heights, and 2 widths times heights. Basically what you're going to do is multiply these together, double it, multiply those together, double it, multiply those together, double it. I'll show you one more time. Okay, so 15 times 6, that's right here. And then they're timesing by 2 to double it. Then what we have is we have the 6 by 12, which is right at the end, 6 times 12, and then of course they double it, times it by 2. The last combination is the 12 times the 15, and then of course they double it. So then once you get your 3 separate answers that you write down, you add them together. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure you write the 3 separate answers then add it together. Okay. Now, how I show my work, I like to show a little bit different. So this is what I do for surface area. Okay, I go 12 times 6 equals 72. Then I go 6 times 15. Ooh, I don't know that one. 6 times 15 is 90. And then I go 12 times 15, which I don't know for sure. Okay, 12 times 15 is 180. Then I'll add them up. So 180 plus 90 plus 72, I get 992. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll just times it by 2 to double it. And 992 times 2 equals 1,984. And that's going to be meters squared. So, of course, you got to remember your units. It's meters squared. So what I'm doing here is these are my 3 unique faces. I find the areas and give you a total, and then I just times it by 2 to double each one, because there's a front and a back, a left and a right, a top and the bottom. If you have a cube, it's special because it's all 6 sides that are the same. So it's the area of 1 square. Okay, so 1 square equals side times side, and then what they're doing is just timesing by 6. So the area is 6s squared. They like to put the number in front rather than at the back. And so surface area equals 6 times 7 squared. Surface area equals 6 times 49. And surface area equals 6 times 49, 294 centimeters squared. Okay, so you're going to your calculator, finding your answer. Good, so those are 2 formulas. The rectangle, length times width, and then you're timesing everything by 2. Cube, 6s squared, times everything by 2. Good. Cylinder. So cylinder is a special formula. What we have is we have 2 circles, a circle on the top and a circle on the bottom. If they're both included, it should be 2 pi r squared. For the side, what we have actually is a rectangle. When you unroll the middle part of this cylinder, you actually get a rectangle that joins the top and the bottom. And so we have here 2 pi RH, so 2 pi r times h, to give you this area of the rectangle, base times width, height, because one is the base and one is the height. So to do your formula, you write your formula, you substitute in, r is 3, h is 9, and here we get 3 squared, which is 2 times 3. So what's important to see is that you have to have two numbers, and then you add them together. Okay, so you have to, it breaks it, this plus sign breaks the formula into two parts. And that's why here you have to have an answer at the front, an answer at the back, and then add them together. Okay, so you have to find the two answers, and I like to use 4 decimals, and then you have to add. Okay, all right. Next one. So here's another cylinder. So this time here, we're giving you the diameter. Diameter is 14, so you have to do your math to find the radius. So you just divide it by 2. So for this one here, start by saying surface area equals, I like to go 2 pi r squared first. It's your choice on what you like to do. So my two circles are 2 times pi times 14 squared. And that's the diameter. The radius is 7, so it's 7 squared. Plus 2 times pi times 7 times the height, which is not given to us. Nope. Times IH. So again, you're going to get two answers, and then you add it together. Okay? So you got to find two answers, then you add it together. We just have to we can't do it right now because we don't know what the height is. Okay. Going on then, we have a cone. So a cone is pi rs, that's the side, plus pi r squared, which is the base. And that base is a circle. Sometimes we don't include the circle depending on whether the circle is present or not. So the base and the height join at 90 degrees. Okay, so the height and the radius join at 90. S equals your slant height. So for this question, it's a little bit different. Here, 9 is your slant height. So pi times r times s becomes pi times 6 times 9, which will give you an answer. Pi times r squared is times 6, will give you an answer. Notice again, the plus sign means you have to find two answers, right? So find two answers, then you have to add. So you want to write down at least 2 decimals on your from your calculator so that you can add them together. So if the base is not included, which sometimes it's not, then you omit or cross out the circle part of the formula. Okay. A sphere, like a tennis ball or a basketball, okay? It's 4 times pi times r squared. 4 pi times r times r. So again, make sure you have r, not diameter. And so it's 4 times pi times 5 times 5, and you can go straight to your answer. There's no adding or subtracting, so it's straight to the answer once you substitute in. Next one, pyramid. Okay, so your pyramid's kind of different. What we're doing is we have 4 triangles. Okay, so one triangle is base times height divided by 2, but since we're timesing it by 4, okay, we get 2bs. So s is your slant height that you have to use again. And that's because the height of the triangle is going up on this slant. All right, and so we'd substitute that in. So we have s equals 9, and we get 2 times base, which is 12 times 9. Okay, plus, again, we have a plus sign, 9 times 9, because that's what the b is, 9 times 9. So again, you have to find two answers because of the plus sign. Find two answers, then add. Any questions? If you do, you got to email me. Careful though, we need the slant height of the pyramid. That's up on the side of the triangles. We do not need the height of the pyramid. So we don't need this, we need this. Keep that in mind, okay? Moving on. So here we have surface area. I'm going to help you out, and I'm going to print this part out as well so that you have it to look at. But you'll see a lot of blank parts. Only look at this, don't just copy it. Okay, but this will help you out. Some of these questions are a little bit challenging. Okay, and then don't do number 5. Okay, and then you can start tomorrow. We're not doing that one, so tomorrow you can start your project.